1, 2.
Button there had been clicked.
Right. So I think that's fixed it, everyone. Yep, that sounds better now. I've got little lines on the screen. Hi, everyone. Welcome to... I get to say this all again. Welcome to Victory Sports. It's time to press play in Wollongong once again. And we're here for the mixed pairs quarterfinals. Mixed pairs quarterfinals between Patricia Tan from Belrose and John Campton of Belrose, and Claire Kelly and Shannon White from Forster. The games have kicked off a little late, but we're doing well. We'll look straight away a strong shot there from John Campton, showing some intent early. But as we start off the day, it is another stunning day here at Forster. It has been for the last 13 days. This is our final day here, and well, it's been a brilliant competition. We're streaming today from rink 22 for the first time. We've been on rink 23, but just to make sure that everyone gets a fair go. Oh, here comes my mate Jackson coming down. He's got to navigate his way past a little camera there, which is set up at the top of the stairs. Thanks, Denny. Appreciate that, mate. I'll be here by myself for a bit. We've got lots going on with the finals and a few other things to do with the test next week. But as Shannon White now, just chucking that through. And a really good bowl. So one to is just turn around and telling us one to Forster, and a really strong start there by both teams. Just get those scoreboards up for you as well. All right. Now down the bottom right, we'll just take that off there for now. We'll be fixing those scoreboards as much as we can very shortly. The volunteers upstairs are running around doing their diligent work. Matty Blackburn saying, come on, Belrose should be a cracking game. I couldn't agree more. This is going to be an absolute ripper, I would suggest. Once again, I'm interested to see where they throw these jacks. I put it up before, but I didn't mention it. You can see it's a bright, shiny day out there, and the flag's getting pushed a little bit, but it's not a huge amount of wind. But it's an absolutely stunning day. Just move this to the wrong area. Let's try that again. And zoom in a little on the head. So about 3/4 length here. Three-quarter length by Claire. She's and put her first one through a little bit. We'll see which way it turns because the wind is blowing across from the left of screen at the moment, which should make that hand a little narrower. But it has also been traditionally the wider hand. And we're on the ditch rink, so there's, might get some of that ditch effect as it runs away. So screen, this side of the green hasn't been used as much as the middle rink. John Foots, good morning from Mansfield. Good morning to you. Let us know where you're from. Dermot Minihan saying, well done to the Figgy Falcons. Greens are a credit to the club. 2 weeks of competition looking pristine. I couldn't agree more. I went out yesterday with Andrew to have a look at a few things on the green, and there's a couple of spots where you can see the greens have been well trodden. Coverage is beautiful for this kind of time of year as well. Well done there, Patricia. Just knocking on Jack and taking the shot. Skip didn't get down to market. That's a bit slack. We'll have to have a word with Shannon. Here he comes. But yeah, no real wear and tear. Excuse me, a little bit of usage marks, I guess you'd call them, but nothing to say that there's no coverage. It's absolutely brilliant at the moment. Sean, of course, having been nominated for Greenkeeper of the Year, which will end their ceremony later on this year, I think in August, and against Greenkeeper from Ballina. I can't remember the third one. There were 3 nominees, but and of course, next door, as they cross for the first time, you can see Ann Johns once again, and that looks like the Soldiers Point team of Deborah Barber and Maddie Johnson. So Ann Johns and Mason Lewis, of course. Ann Johns will be very, very familiar with this green. She keeps making finals, of course, and that's what keeps bringing her here. A strong start by Shannon, just a bit short. You know, it's a good sider, their first time down this way, except for the trial ends, of course. And John Bagner watching for Forster, because of course he is. Dave Hewkins there, another greenkeeper, and mate of Sean's. Knows everyone in bowls, actually. Dave does, I think. He's building a collection of contacts. Shannon just following his last bowl through. Like I said, the wind is blowing across there, but it is the wider hand. He had good grass the first one. Has definitely crossed that time. So I still think Patricia's holding one. Or maybe it's not. Let's find out. Weight on this one looks pretty good. Pulled up short, but I do think it's potentially a third shot. That sun effect really quite significant here at the moment. With as it always is early in the morning, you can see the really deep dark shadows of created by a really clear day and a long-angled sun. See if I can get you a better picture of the head as they have a close look from the other angle. John Campton's also a greenkeeper. G'day, mate. So having a good look and probably getting down to measure, I think, between a few. So 2 down for Forster, and that's 2 for Belrose. So a cracking start to this game, and it should be a ripper. Both of these teams coming through very strongly into the into this final. Just looking at their sectional ladder. Yeah, Patricia and John from Belrose. The Belrose team won all 3 of their games in their section, with a score difference of about 12, 9 points, against some strong teams from Wenty Leagues. We've got the Warilla and Wiseman Park, Wollongong City, and Raymond Terrace in the mixed pairs. They're always strong. And the other team, Claire Kelly and Shannon White, 1-2, lost and had 1 loss, and got through on score difference in 17 in another really strong section, just outdoing Emma and Scott Petit from Marimbula, from way down south. Michael James go, the mighty Belrose team. Yeah, we'd like to see that. We do like to see the support these teams have. So Claire on a forehand. Looks like she's using a set of dark blue Taylors. That's what they look like when I was up there as well. They were Oh, I'm wrong. I think they're Greenmaster Premiers, actually. I recognise those lines. My daughter has a set of those. And Patricia just running through to cover the back a little bit. Pretty good lead bowling. These are quick games in a challenging format. 3-bowl pairs is my type of bowls. I really enjoy 3-bowl pairs and the speed of the game. Kim Rudd saying, go Forster Bowling Club. Go Claire. That's good support there by the people on the live stream. And Claire's done well. She listened to you, Kim, and has dropped one just behind Jack and laid it about a foot back, and that's the best one so far. Patricia, a very accomplished bowler. Really nice, neat, you'd almost say classical style. Little creep forward with a leg and stays right down. One of my coaches would call that lazy knee, but another one, another coach I had, Mr. Joe Shembry, that's how, we're using arm now, but that's how he bowls and coaches his teams. Claire back on that forehand. Well, as they cross for the... they cross again, it looks like Forster holding one. And Seymour, thanks, Anne. Yeah, it's our last day at Fig Tree. We'll have a couple of days of preparation for the Test Series coming up at Warilla. So a couple of days... Yeah, I do get a couple of days rest, luckily, and then we head straight across to the over to Warilla Bowling and Recreation Club for a 5-test series between New South Wales and Victoria. This Friday coming up actually is a really good one. It's a 6:30 or 6:30 start, and I love primetime bowls. I love the nighttime stuff. Wow, there's a memory. So yeah, it's a so that's going to be a great series. We have the well, I guess you'd call it the open grade to start with, and then the seniors. So unrestricted, and then the seniors after that. So we finish that on Tuesday, and then we're off to Dubbo for the junior 7-a-side. So lots of action happening. I haven't been home all that much, and neither has Andrew, I think, for a few weeks now, but it's been great to watch a lot of bowls. And on the last day of these things, you get a little bit of sadness tinged with excitement, a bit of relief that it's coming to a close after a long couple of weeks. But I really want to keep going because Andrew and I both love the game very much. That's why we do this. Just to see these guys play like this is amazing. Andrew, of course, sitting in the room next to me. I think Foster's down quite a few here. He's got to rescue this end. Oh, no, my apologies. It's clear to start at the back there. Oh, he's got to be careful not to move that one. Wants it to hold a little, punch that one out. Roll that down, so let's see what the measurement is. Oh, that's number one. So that's a Belrose bowl to start. The second one. And I'm going to assume that's it. Yep, two to Belrose. So that's 2 multiples in a row for them. What do we got? Oh, Sharon and Adrian Murray bowled at the Social Club a year ago, the Unquenchables, and I bought a bowl shoot. I did. That's one of my favourite ones, actually, the blue chevrons on a, I guess you call it a cream background there. It's Griffiths. That was a great little club. My uncle was there, Gus. He was travelling around the country after we taught him how to bowl down at St George's Basin, and I met him on the way to a BPL, Bowls Premier League And what a great club Griffiths is. If you're out there having a go, get in and jump in with the Unquenchables. They'll look after you. Yeah, I'm lucky enough to get around a bit now with the bowls, and I'm sure I'm making a lot of people jealous. Being able to travel a bit for it. Next trip to Dubbo is one I'm looking forward to, the Junior 7 side. That's a bit further afield than I've been for a while, and I'll take my bowls and try to get a roll up here, and I haven't managed it this time. There, it's been a very intense program. Good start, Patricia. So I haven't put the YouTube link in. We are, once again, streaming on two platforms. YouTube and Facebook, the most used platforms getting around. The media side of this is quite good, and we've had a pretty good run actually. Not much has broken, not much has failed on us. So the lead's doing a really good job here with their first few bowls. So that's Patricia holding. Sorry, my apologies. That's Claire holding one there. Just to give you a better view of the colour. As Claire's third bowl comes in, there's the just to take the glint off, you can see the green bowls there, the green and yellow speckle of Patricia's bowl sitting back there in second shot, and there's Claire in prime position at the moment. So Shannon with not as much work to do. Oh, thanks, Anne. We love this. We enjoy bringing the streams to everyone, bringing bowls to the people, which I think's incredibly important. And a lot of these, as we all know, a lot of these teams come from far and wide. And you think of Forster's a good 6 hours away, and very happy to be able to bring this to you from afar, from Fig Tree Sports, to everyone that can watch it around the world. We always get a lot of international viewers as well. The New Zealanders, South Africans, people from England, Ireland, Scotland, and the US lately too. Lots of people from the United States watching as well. There's a bit of a bowls community in the US. It's good to have good sponsors, Wollongong and TAB partnering with us this time to bring it to you. And the three clubs, Fig Tree Sports, Taraji Park Bowls and Rec Club, and Wiseman Park, Wollongong City. So I think I can bring the score updates for everyone else down the bottom right-hand side of your screen. That'll tick through. Every few seconds, I just make sure that that's doing that as we speak. And All right, that's a bit better. So that should be ticking around now. Once it's, yeah, that's beautiful. So you'll see on the bottom right-hand side of the screen the scores ticking around. And I do think there's 2 there currently for Forster. Shannon just heading back with a little bit of work to do. He's been here all week too, Shannon, or the last 2 weeks. He's a good man. He's come and had a chat with us a few times about bowls and a few things he does. I'm not sure what his position is actually at Forster. He's a good man. Here he comes looking to promote himself or remove that back one. Removing that back one is very handy. So that might be 3. And depending on the position of the front one, that might be a few. 1, 2, 3. Let's see what happens next. So amazing bowl there from Shannon. Thanks, Rhonda. Yeah, the A is pronounced an O, Torogi. Sorry about that. My sad West Australian accent. I'm still learning Torogi. All right, I'll get in here with you New South Welshman at some point. So 3. I love the way she shows the camera too. Bless her, Claire. Thank you very much. That's 3 for the Forster team. She's good. She was funny talking about the camera, and after all, this is entertainment, and I told them that, and they can play up to the camera a little bit a lot, even if they want. And Claire just looking after us there really, really well. I appreciate that. Barry Dixon telling me he's the Forster greenkeeper. What are you guys doing up there at the moment without a greenkeeper? He's been here for 2 weeks. So watch this one go down. She's pretty good at delivering a jack there. That's very straight. Ian Lean, if you're watching, she's got a few things to show you, I think, mate. Appreciated all our guests this fortnight. I'm trying to think who we've had. We've had young Jackson, Matty Miles for a long, long time. Where else? Ian Lean we had on here. We had Paul, the general manager. The ladies. We had Ellen Ryan down here and then Jess Cattell, the winner of the women's singles. It feels like so long ago. White's got good assistance here. Oh, Club Maitland City. I'd very much like to come to Club Maitland City, and in fact, I'll be up there at some point. I'm going to do a tour of the clubs and using Andrew's lists, I think. But I've got to come and teach everyone a bit more about bowls link. So Maitland's one of the first places I think I'll visit. So Ian, I'll come and see you up there. Right. Mate of Blackburn, give me the good oil here. Both of these skippers are the head greenkeepers at their clubs. And that's pretty remarkable too. So you Belrose and Fig Tree without their head greenkeepers. I hope the apprentices or their assistants are really looking after the greens well. Thanks, matey. You're an absolute encyclopedia here for me. Tom Rich is watching with us here. He just finishing up at the Golden Nugget, I think, in the junior Nugget, I think. Just trying to get some internet access over here so I can drop the YouTube clip, link into the stream. That's proving a little bit difficult. That's okay. You don't need to hear my problems. But unclear once again, 1 foot short, right in the middle. She's been pretty deadly, actually. Give her all credit. Just updating the scoreboard there to make sure we know who they are. There we are. That should be pretty for everyone when that comes through. With the auto push, should take a couple of seconds, but now we can actually see who's who. So Shannon, while I was not watching the screen there, Shannon's dropped a beautiful draw shot in there right next to Jack after Patricia had put a ripper in as well. So John now chasing this one down. He likes it. Looking to run through a little bit. Has it held enough? Oh, it's just dropped through that little gap. And stopping was a really good attempt at that bowl. Just half a foot, 6 inches of extra pace would have either moved Jack or Shannon's bowl and given them 2. A really good effort there from John. John having a really good look at this head. Score next door close, 3-2 after 4. As we'd expect in finals, something we've said a few times about this this format of the competition. When someone kicks away a little bit, it is extremely difficult to get those scores back. You don't have that many bowls to do it, so you want to either stay close or be the one kicking away. And so far with 4 all on 4, we're doing pretty well. Oh, his heavy shot nearly took it. Just a little edge off the front onto his own and rolled Shannon over. 1 to Forster. Great effort there by John Campton. That was fantastic. Matty Blackburn again. Look, stats man. I like you, Matty. You'll have to come down for some commentary one day. Claire and Shannon are the defending champions of the mixed pairs, which I wasn't aware of, actually. He didn't tell me that when I was up there speaking to him earlier, so he kept that a secret. They can play. They're a good pair. They obviously know each other's game really well. All right, so I'm just going to put in the comments a link to the YouTube stream. I know the clubs like to put that up. That's the easy way to stream it to your TV. Sometimes Facebook can be a bit up and down. Sometimes it lets us sometimes it lets us cast to our TVs, and sometimes it doesn't. Reminder not to click on any links that I don't put in there, or anything that doesn't say Bowls New South Wales on the top of it, as in it comes from us. is not something you want to click on. It's they're not your friends. Don't give anyone your credit card details. We don't charge. We're not asking you for any money. Anyone that does is just trying to scam you. And Patricia once again down on that side. And holding 2 now. Sound's gone. Everything looks okay here. My apologies if it's gone. Matty Miles watching. Good to see you, Matty. So Shannon looking to either draw to the jack or move Patricia's bowl through a little bit. But looks like he's 2 feet short. Good side up. Thanks, everyone. Yeah, not sure what happened there. I didn't get any indication there that it was gone at all, but I'm glad it's back now. I wonder if it was the same on YouTube. Shannon running around that what I'm going to call it the difficult hand, although they're all playing it. Oh, running through. I think he's down. Wow, it's hard to tell at this point with that front bowl. I don't think's helping the Forster cause at all. I think Belrose has got a couple here. Run in and see if I can see a little better. The last one just dropping a bit short. Magic fingers out to have a look. We'll see what Shannon thinks of this. Oh, hard to tell. Yeah, it's 1, 2, or 3. I'm not entirely sure. So here he comes now on that. Once again, the hand that swings a little bit. It looks like a really good line. Oh, it stopped beautifully. I thought that was going to run through. Hard to tell here what's happened. I'll zoom out as they have a good look. John's got 1 shot left. I think that he's taken the shot there. That's a magnificent bowl. I feel like I need to put some hold music on every time. I'm just going to, as I said, I don't want to be chewing in your ears, so I'm going to have another bite of my croissant here that the club's brought down to me. And no, I won't. I'll wait till this bowl comes down. He's playing quite heavy, as he should, as that's the shot's on. Looking to move Shannon's bowl. He likes it. He likes it. He's hit it. He's sat. Well, and moved Jack back enough. I reckon that's 4 shots. We're about to find out. Claire will certainly let me know. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I think that front one will be the next best. Oh, they're going to get the tape out, not giving an inch here, as she shouldn't either, by the way. There are things called an aggressive measure, and this is a bit of an aggressive measure. May, good to see you watching as well. Had a rip of a tournament. Wow, wait. So I'm pretty sure that was 4. I'll make sure the scoreboard's updated as I can. They didn't turn it around, but a weird moment here. We can hear a phone vibrating, but none of our phones are ringing. So the scoreboard not quite updated yet. I'm fairly sure that was 4. I'll just adjust the camera and then adjust the scoreboard for you. So a 4 to Belrose. And as I said, that little kick away that Forster had all gone. And we are back to 8 all. Back to dead even. Yeah, Claire ran hers back a little bit just then. And that one cutting way across. So changing length here is tricking them all. Excuse me, I'll just turn the microphone down again. I really don't want to chew in your ear, but I need to just have a comment on this. I think Belrose in a slightly better position here, but the change of length has tricked them all, and the bowls all over the shop look like they've been dropped out of a helicopter a little bit here, but they'll catch up. They're all very good bowlers. Marge Northam saying good luck, Forster from Old Bar. Another glorious day. It really is a glorious day here. Again, we've been absolutely blessed over the last 2 weeks. A little bit of overnight rain early on in this fortnight, but overall, beautiful weather every day. So I'll just zoom in through past those bowls at the back, just remembering they're there, of course, if we end up going for a drive. But Shannon holding shot there with the closest bowl. He's the one that adjusted first and adjusted early. And sliding past that, it'll come in and fall or just hang up on the grip there on the bowl, and that's 2 shots currently to Forster and a pretty open, loose head. that we've been plugging over the last couple of weeks, and it's the last day of it, is the TAB closest to the jack competition. All you have to do is come down, roll 2 bowls, get as close to the jack as you can without touching it, and you're a chance to win a set of bowls. It is free to enter. That is 2 to Forster. Thanks, Claire. Gee, she's good at that. I'm going to go up and say thanks very much later on. That's the best. That's how you do it. So the whole crowd knows. But closest to the jack without touching it, win a set of bowls. TAB branded bowls. They're a beautiful set, actually. It's a great colour, Drake's Conquests. And daily prize as well, which is a really cool prize pack, actually. I like it. The water bottle and it's actually, I think Andrew liked the water bottle, I like the towel. They won't give us one for free. You have to come down and win it, and I'm not going to enter. Being staff, I think it's a bit inappropriate. I reckon they'd say I could, but I'm not going to. But just, come on down to Forster, give it a go. 12 o'clock to 2 o'clock today. Free to enter, and a set of bowls on offer. Mike watching once again from Aberystwyth in Wales. Now that I've learned how to say that properly, I'm going to keep saying it forever, I think. Tell me about your bowling club, actually, Mike. I've not heard of it. I should look it up. Oops. There we go. Nice and close, and so is Claire. That's a good start, a great opening bowl. Tim Twining saying good luck, Zoe and Choppy. Yep. They're up 10-2 at the moment. That just happened to pop up on the screen as it's going through. And Patricia just running wide and long there. All right. Where are we at now? There, Patricia a little wide there. Their change of length is potentially tricked again, but Claire straight on it. All three of hers are holding 3 there. 2 are brilliant, and the one back is important. Gives Shannon the little impetus to play on that hand. It can be a little heavy if you wanted, but we wouldn't be stoked with that. I'll just wind back and make sure we know where that all the bowls are. Patricia's got one back there. John looking to match it up. Interesting weight there. The last one by Shannon, that went a long way back. On the correct line, of course. Now he's covered the tee is what he's done. Remembering that this is a respot game. What's saying? There's 2 bowling clubs in Aberystwyth, BC, and Queen's Road. Oh, yeah, there's the quick shot that Shannon was defending. Oh, he's edged his own across and taking out one of Patricia's, but I actually don't think he's taken it out. I just think he's moved it a long way. A lot of space there. And currently 4 by the looks for Forster. And Shannon just looking to replace that one, in fact, but once again, there's a lot of room there. John's got a choice now. Does he go hard again? It looks like he's going to draw down that wider hand. Hard to come back from a heavy shot like that. That was a very heavy shot. He's got the right grass. Just needs it to stop, but I don't think he's going to. I've been wrong before. Oh, I'm very wrong. That was a brilliant shot by John. Great rescue. Moving out the first 2. And another measure. I like that. Give him nothing. If you want a shot, you got to come and take it from me. I like that attitude. So we're looking at a few. That's in. So there's 3. And Claire making a little collection over there. A habit I've got picked up from the ladies' clubs as well. Men tend to be a little bit more cavalier with it. I like to make sure. Call me. Let's have a look. So that was 3. The 3 behind Claire. Really good bowling again. So I'm just going to confirm my score, but at the moment, that makes it 8-13 according to my little count, but I'll check the scoreboard to make sure that's correct very shortly. I don't think it's been updated there, but with that 3, that confirms what I thought. So we're on 13-8, 5 shots in it now. Once again, this game has been twisting and turning and been pretty even, so I can't see Belrose not doing something to come back here. Oh, Pam Hoy watching from Western Australia. It's a big place, Pam. Where are you from? Let me know in the link there. Claire's first one dropping a bit short. Obviously, just over a metre there. It's I'm going to have another look at the wind very soon because things seem to be, maybe it's a bit fluky out there. The flag at the other end there on the corner is definitely waving about. Maybe it's having an influence. Craig Golligan from Harrington. Glad you're here, mate. As we watch Claire's second come down. Here she's made good correction with the weight, I think, running through and being behind. Better than her first one. See the wind about the same as before. Nothing too hectic. No, Marge can't get up on the telly. You can try the YouTube link as well. That might help you. Sometimes that's the easier one. The link is in the comments there. Don't click on any links that we don't put up though. Don't pay for anything. But if you jump on YouTube, then we can and you may be able to stream it through there. I will say that Claire's had, I think, the better of this battle of the leads. I like to pay attention to the way the leads play. They often set the whole game up, and so it's been the case here. Patricia's just dropped away a little bit over the last couple of ends and let Claire have all the shots. Yeah, it's not coming in on that hand much at all. There's very little late turn. The bowl's really holding out. There is a bit of breeze. That camera seems to be shaking a bit. It's not zoomed in that much, but it's jumping around. Vic Young saying, "Let's go Ed Long now." You'll see the scores ticking around on the other side there, on the bottom right hand side of the screen, I should say. Shannon, look at that. Straight into that fairly open head. Just excited because someone's brought a puppy and I just want to have a quick look. Oh yeah, there's the TAB guy setting up. In the background as well. We've been getting good crowds here for all of the games, and it's really nice here again this morning. John's bowl just coming around now. Looks tight. He's given up on it. And into clear at the front. Not going to move it forward enough for any effect, I think. Isn't that a cute little dog? Oh, I met that dog. That dog's 13 years old and has Cushing's disease, this poor thing. Look, sad. And here comes Shannon. Around what we can see is the narrower hand, wanting this to turn, and it does have a little bit of late turn, and that's a beautiful shot down a hand they haven't really played. So they've got good 1.5 metre to 2 metres to draw to there. I do think he's going against his partner's call there. And two to Forster is what we expected. Both of Shannon's bowls, well done. That's really good bowling by Shannon, and kicking away a little now. This is what we've spoken about in this game. Sometimes the wins come easy and sometimes they come hard, but once you kick away, it's tough to come back. 7 shots with after 10 ends, 8 ends to go. I think the rule from Andrew Lynn, he told me, or about someone else's rule, but we'll just steal it, is once it gets to 1.5 shots an end, then you're in trouble. And they're not there yet, but it's catching up. So I'm just looking at Queen's Road Bowling Club in Aberystwyth in Hughes there at the, in Wales there, Hughes. And looking around, that's a beautiful place. There's another one, Andrew's sitting over there doing hard work on the Test series or something over there at the moment, and another one to add to Andrew's list of the places that I've said I need to go. Started there by Claire. Patricia getting back to a bit of form here. Needs to pick it up. She's last couple of ends just left it all to do for a skip, and we don't necessarily want that. It's not how any of us want to play, and she'd be well aware of that. Good shot there by Claire once again, just dropping to the back. Now down her backhand. Patricia, she looks like she's taken a little bit of weight off here. Yeah, it's just going to fall short. Sadly, I can see some of the Raymond Terrace crowds. That looks like Ian Lean, who thankfully joined us in the commentary yesterday and gave us some really good stories and anecdotes and some insights into things. He'll be over there watching Zoe closely. Yeah, well done, Claire. Little short, usable bowl. Most of them YouTube's working, yeehaw, clear as a bell, that's good. Yeah, it's good to be able to provide multiple streams so that everyone can get the coverage they want and they need. And Patricia just running through past the jack there. I think Claire's got shot with that wing bowl. But room enough for everyone. And as the skippers cross, I'll just give a little plug to our partners for this, the TAB and Wollongong Press Play. Jump on, you can see their socials and their websites listed on that banner there for Wollongong. It's been a spectacular week here. And as I zoom out, look at this alfresco area at Figgy Bowls. Well worth jumping in and having a look. Shannon's first bowl down that wider hand, looking to look Claire up, and he has, beautifully actually. John running in, working. He's done very, very well there. That's a good draw bowl in under that in under Claire's lead bowl there on the wing. Shannon now still playing that wider hand. I think this one's a bit pacey. You really see in the shadow there the wind whipping those flags up a bit, so a bit breezy out there. It wasn't when we walked in when we were setting up. It's really kicking up now. So Shannon coming down for a look. There's John's got two rippers there on the side. Opportunity potentially for a bit of a heavy shot here too. I'll just zoom out. I don't know if there's anything back except for Patricia's bowl there on the side. Definitely not. So zoom back into the head. Oh, heavy shot down that wider hand. He's got to clatter into something. It might be his own at the front. Which angle does he hit? Oh my goodness, he's hit that at the front and rolled it out. So looks like one shot at the moment to the Forster team. I'm not sure that's what he was playing for, but it worked. He played a heavy shot in, and that's one way to do it. So one bowl to go here for John. He's down on the correct line. He's got a fair amount of weight. Oh, he's clunked into the front. Just ran past Claire. So bowl's moving everywhere here in this head. And the tape out once again. I think I've seen more measures in this game than I've seen for most of the series. That's how close these bowls are. So the score of 15-8 kind of belies how close everyone is. You see Rusty walking down, one of the great volunteers here at Victory Sports. And they've all been magnificent. We love our volunteers. I can't tell you how grateful I am constantly to our volunteers. And that comes not just from doing this job, but from my own clubs that I've worked at. And so 2 more to Forster there. And all the events we've run at these places, and without volunteers, our clubs are nothing. So well done to Rusty, well done to the team under Kay Moran here at Victory. Beautiful people. There's some pretty close games and some interesting scores getting around at the moment. So just looking at the revolving score sheet over on Engadine versus Soldiers Point is 7-8 after 11 ends. So Engadine up by 1 shot. Obviously there's our rink. And Raymond Terrace versus South Tamworth. That's 14 shots to 3 after 10. Edlong versus the team of Cabra, Matter and Wenty Leagues is 12-4 after 10. That's a little turn up for the books. Chanel and Cameron Curtis. So Chanel Chakouche and Cameron Curtis are a pretty strong team. So that's a bit of a turn up. Edlong kicking ahead quite well there. Glenn Baxter, good morning, mate. Bruindane here and Bruindane Newcastle, and I can tell you down south it's nice as well. Zoe and Brendan doing very well. We've got some good scores all around the traps, and a really good semi-final series coming if this keeps up. So 3 games today. These guys play, as it says in the top right-hand side of the screen there, mixed pairs, 18 ends. We do respot. There's a time limit of 2 hours 15. A few teams yesterday really pushing that time limit. Actually, the last games on the other green really went for a long time. Patricia just running wide there. A bit of frustration. Oh, sorry, Claire. My apologies. Patricia just showing a little frustration back there. I was just watching on the screen. She's got a very nice regular style, but she's not happy with the way her game's going at the moment. That one going to cut across, run into that front bolt, and punch it up. But I'm not actually entirely sure who that is. Just going to look at the scores there to make sure that I'm right. Yep, 15-8 and 11-7 next door after 12. As the skippers cross. You see better now without the high contrast with that sunlight. So that's two of Claire's at the back that'll be holding shot, and Patricia's one in the front. There is third shot, and here comes Shannon looking probably to avoid that front bowl, but doesn't want to move it far if he does hit it. But no, he's just jumped in the way. JC on the chat line. Go Forster all the way. I'll just keep an eye out. One of our, I just want to point out again that this is Captain Newbie. There's a person there with a really cool YouTube channel. Actually, I went and checked it out. If you're on there and you can see his comments, have a look. Does some cool stuff. Yeah, Captain Newbie, I'm glad you're here again watching, and I hope you find that bowls club out where you are in Jersey. Oh, welcome, Mr. Newbie. Here comes Shannon just coming under, using Claire's bowl on the outside and running through. So that's definitely, oh, my apologies. I don't know whose bowl that was. It doesn't matter. He's worked in and potentially made two, maybe three now. Oh, big heavy shot there by John. Oh, I did not get the result he wanted. Clunked onto Shannon. Jack moved back about 2 feet, which under that amount of weight you'd expect to have gone further, but Claire caught it, and I'd say they're now holding 3. Shannon cutting under there. I won't necessarily be happy, but Patricia showing John the way. Three to Forster. I'm going to say it again. I really like the way that Claire points to the camera. Geez, it makes my job easy. 3 to Forster there, and an unlucky shot by John, I think, in the end. But we're at 20-8 now, and into that, I guess you'd call it the old territory for Belrose. So one of the sadder is update that scoreboard and make sure it's good. Yep. I'll just run back to camera 2 and zoom that in for you so we can see it properly. But I've just got word that there's been a couple of tournaments in Tasmania that were meant to be played this weekend being cancelled. The whole state's under a weather warning, and it's snowing on a lot of the greens down there, so no fun down there. If you're down in Tasmania, stay warm. My uncle, the Western Australian bloke who was meant to be down there playing, he's from up north in Broome and Karratha. Bit warm up there, and he's down there in it, freezing. But loving it. So excited to see snow. West Australians don't get to see it very often. And so that's exciting. But Claire, speaking of excited, Claire's dropped 2 good ones in. Bit of work here for Patricia. Just a little heavy again. Clear with 3 again. But what a correction here by Patricia. 2 long ones and then one in the perfect position for a lead to put a bowl. Smallest possible target, sitting right behind Jack. Got a little tickle on it as well. Well done, Patricia. That's great correction. And a smile on the face as well. We love to see that. Dib Carey's watching from Bali, Indonesia. Shannon, that's a pretty good shot. Good sighter. It came very close. John now on the wider hand. Probably looking just to sit in amongst Claire there, so if Jack moves, there's not a multiple, and that's exactly what he's done. That's a perfect shot. Good tactical play. But with 6 ends to go, they do need multiples. No prizes for second place here. If they don't make it, they don't win. Shannon and Claire can afford to drop a 1. They won't want to, but they can afford to. And that's 2 amazing bowls by Shannon. Oh, just dropping in short there, Johnny's. Yeah, they do, as I said, need multiples, but they've also got to get 1 to start with. Can't afford to drop another end, I think. It's a long way back. So a little bit of weight here from Shannon. Just a little bit, nothing too much. Still wants it to turn. Waiting for the turn. Jack will do. He's kicked Jack a mile, and I reckon he's managed to pull up a 4. It's really open now, but fantastic shooting, Shannon. Wowee, that's a great shot. So John just now looking, he can't do much. He can move Jack back, I guess. He's got 2 back there, but he's run through heavy. And that's a big pickup here by Forster, I'd suggest. If that's number 1, and the next 3 are correct as well. What a killer of a shot. Actually, it looks different from that angle, doesn't it? So we'll see what the lie detector will tell us. Two it is to Forster. So from 1 down to 2 up in a single shot. That's something else. That's great play by Shannon. And we are 5 ends away from the end. Forster have won the last 6 ends. And got 14 shots out of the last 6 ends as well. So, look, this is where it's come from. They were very even at the 7th end. We're dead even at the seventh end, but Forster since then have scored nothing but multiples to bring it to 22-8. 14 shots in it with 5 ends to go. Next door after 12 ends, it looks like 11-7. A little smile on Ann Johns' face there. I'm not sure what she's done to bring that up and look like a wry smile. I don't think she looked happy. Some of the Ulladulla crew still hanging around here. Good crowds, very interested in the bowls. Claire finishing back. And Patricia's one heading back. Second bowl heading back as well. So that's the two. Same as last time she did. Same bowl as she did in the last end, and then she dropped one straight on Jack and put all the pressure back on Forster. And Claire having the better of the battle of the leads at the moment. Now over the last 13 ends anyway. The leads have done their jobs. Looks like 2 there to Claire. And as they cross, I can show you the where we are at the foot of Mount Kira there. And you see the layout. So that's the other green where most of the bowls have been played this week. You can see where the TAB guys are set up there. That's their little banners on the greens. And there's another green all the way at the back. Just watch Shannon's bowl come down now. And just rest on Jack because he's found his range beautifully all of a sudden, and now we have trouble for Belrose. Oh, Shannon just running into that outside bowl and pushing it in for shot. I think that was John's bowl. A bit of a laugh there at the other end. That came out of nowhere. Belrose holding one here, and one of the most unlucky shots I've ever seen from Shannon from Forster. Managed to somehow kick a wide and short bowl into a gap no wider than a bowl and leave it resting there. That looks like he's trying to move it away again, but definitely short and definitely narrow. See them lining up on this rink. So one there to Belrose. And they get the mat back and they break that streak that Forster had. 4 ends to go. 13 shots left to get in 4 ends. Possible. Very, very difficult. William, the scores are running through down the bottom right-hand side. Johnson and Lewis. Currently 12-8 after 14. But like I said, the scores are running through on the bottom right-hand side. You'll see them come through very shortly. So, depending on what the tactic is here, Patricia's first bowl running and sitting on the tee, probably smart. We are playing respot at the moment, so if the jack does go out of bounds on either side, just for those who haven't heard of that before, then we put the jack back on the tee there. If it goes dead, that on the tee means right at the back of the rink, near where Patricia's bowl is finished. And who's ever there gets the shot. So it's a good idea to put one there straight away if you've expected your opposition's going to be aggressive, or if you're choosing to be aggressive yourself, you can use that, stack all your bowls on the tee if you need a big score, and then go for the kill. And potential to get big multiples that way too. But Claire's just made that very, very difficult by putting her first bowl in quite close. And short bowls aren't going to help at this point. Patricia really overcorrecting there and needing to be nearly perfect now. Claire pausing right at the bottom beautifully as you do in a good delivery, typically good delivery. Bowlers are posers, and the longer you stay down, the less movement or the less mistakes you can make in your delivery. The fewer mistakes. That looks a little heavy, actually. The way she flicked her arm in at the end, and it's going to get a result here. Jack pumping out to the side. Is it dead is the question. Is he picking it up? I don't think he has. No, definitely not. So I'll just go hunting for it now. Where's the jack marker? Oh, it's just there. So it hasn't actually gone in the ditch either. It is just inbound in that shadow there in the bottom right. So a brilliantly weighted and aimed shot there, Patricia. Shannon willing this on. Has it got the pace? Well, I'm not going to call it shot or not here at the moment, but that's a good second. Once again, they're not really... They'd be aware of it, but they don't really need to... They don't really need big scores at all. hard look there by John as his bowl goes down. Just looking to beat Patricia without going out of bounds. Jack has ended up in a really interesting spot there right on that side. You can see it is winter, and that's where everyone steps obviously off the bank onto the green, and it's a little bit drier out that side. So losing your bowl out there is a real possibility. Shannon hasn't got the weight. Yeah, again, John, not bad. So they're holding the multiple they need. Shannon really needs to get in here, I'd suggest. He needs to be confident with his weight. Looks pretty good to there. Is it going to clunk into anything? It hasn't. Skipped past, and that is the shot. A saving shot there from Shannon. He's run past, and there's a lot of room to draw into. Get to see what happened there, but I think John may have moved one. Yeah, John's moved one of his own up. So Jack is pretty close to the boundary peg there. You can see, you'll be able to see it in a sec when I fix this camera up. The boundary peg's the white peg with a little blue ball on it there, just behind Jack. So everything really close to the edge here. Shannon with another shot to build or to beat John there. He's come through heavy. He's cracked him out of the way. That's a remarkable shot. Unbelievable bowling. So another two to Forster. That was a cracking shot off the line all the way to the edge. That's amazing bowling. 3 ends to go. Mathematically possible for these teams, but being a quarter final, they don't actually have to finish them all. Yeah, Shannon had a ripper there. That's an amazing bowl off the line. That's a difficult shot to play, and he played it with absolute aplomb. He knew exactly what he wanted. And a fair start by Claire for this next end. Three ends to go, 15 shots required. They're nearly at breaking point. If they don't win this, they're in trouble. There might be a handshake at the end of this if they don't quite get there. Captain Newby, that's a good question. Is there a winning score before the ends are finished? Essentially, if they can't make it, they've got 6 bowls. That's it. 6 times the number of ends left plus 1 is the little equation. Clear, they're using their own bowl and running in and just carrying on to Jack. So if the end of this, there'll be 2 ends to go, and if they're more than 12 shots down, then it's all over. And they're nearly there at the moment. 15 shots. Was it? If it was 19 shots now, it'd be all over. But they've got 1 left, so we can play 1 more end, and they've got to win. got to get a 3, actually. And Claire's made that very difficult by putting that shot there, but Patricia doing the right thing and having bowls back. But look, there's Claire just covering those now. So the 3 shots that were potentially there are no longer there, but they've still got to move that jack off of Claire's bowling at the front. Shannon just matching that bowl up beautifully. His last couple of ends have been startlingly good. And once again, we hear thanks to Wollongong. A big shot coming in from John, looking for anything. He's got the edge and pushed, well, instantly pushed Claire's bowl back to pretty much where it started. And Shannon hanging around, but he's got to be looking for the kill now. There's no way to make 3 to keep the game going. Can't kill. He's got to get to the tee. My apologies. I just got reminded by Andrew, the guru, in behind me here. No kills, so they don't even have anything on the back. Not enough at the back to do anything. You know, it's a problem for them. This could, at the moment, it's looking like the end. Well, there's a potential 3 in there now. If Jack comes back past John's bowl on that side, then there's a 3 there on the left-hand side of the green there. Another good shot by Shannon. Window there for John. This could be the last bowl of the game. They are shaking hands, and that's it. Belrose is gone from the competition. Forster continues through to the semi-finals. Their opponents still to be determined by the other games. They're looking at the score, but it really doesn't matter at this point. The Forster have made it through to the next round, and everything going well. Potentially another final for the defending champs. So thanks for joining us. It's been a fun morning for me. Running solo, and you've listened to me talk a lot over the last hour and a bit, and we'll be back in, well, a little over half an hour potentially, depending on what happens with the rest of the games. Keep your eye on our social media. Thank you for joining us. Thanks to Captain Newbie over in Jersey. Good to have you with us, mate. Spread the word, and we'll and go and check out his channel. It's for some good wholesome content too. So we'll see you shortly. Thanks for joining us. See you soon.